right, this one's neither a love story nor a murder or anything like this. But it is a skill that I want you guys to have. It's called graphing inequalities. Inequalities. Right? You guys remember before graphing it, when we would do graphing inequalities, it would look something like this. I'd have a number line. Right? This is 0, 1, 2. This is -1, -2. And I'd say, this is review. This is just review. I'd say x is less than, I don't know, -1. Remember this? And so we do an open circle, and then we'd shade this way. You guys remember that? Okay. So now things get a little bit trickier, because we're not just doing, it's not just x by itself. X is in a relationship now. X is getting serious with y. She finally found someone who gets her. Okay, X and Y are in love. All right. So now I might have an inequality where it's something like this. I'm going to say y is less than. Let's say y is less than or equal to half of x minus 1. I don't know. That works. Okay. And now I'm going to graph this. Except I'm going to do a different color. I'm going to graph it in blue, just so that it's clear. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to graph this the way I would graph an equation. It has that less than or equal to sign, but I'm going to graph it a little bit differently. Because what this says is I got to go down 1, right? That's my b. I go up 1 over 2. That's another point. Yeah. What's that? Oh. Zoom. 1/2 x minus 1. All right, so now I'm just going to graph this bad boy. Okay. That's our relationship. But now what I want to draw your attention to is our inequality. I'm asking where y is less than or equal to this line. Where is y less than this line? And so when you're doing this, what I want you to do is I want you to remember y is a proud, independent man, right? Here he is, y. And y gets positive as we go this way, and y gets negative as we go this way, right? So where is y less than the blue line? Is he less than on this side of the line? Or is he less than on this side of the line? I'll call this the green side. The green side. And I'll call this the red side. Okay? And so what we want to do is we want to look at our line. Our line is right here. We want to look at our y-intercept, which is right here. And where does y get less? Red or green? Red. As we move this way, our y becomes of a lesser value. So we would shade every answer on this side of the line. And that's how we would graph that.
That becomes a fraction.
What becomes a fraction?
Would that become a fraction?
What would? What is that?
If you shade one side and not shade the other.
No, I'm just saying every point. Remember how we said like with all these different points? Every point here satisfies this equation. In fact, check it out. I'm going to pick a point. I'm going to pick this point right here. This is the point 1, 2, 3, -1. And I'm going to plug it into my inequality. So -1 is less than or equal to 1/2 of 3 minus 1. So -1 is less than or equal to 3/2 minus 1. -1 is less than or equal to 1/2. Is -1 less than 1/2?
No.
Yeah, it is. Being negative, being down $1, being down $1 is worse than having 50 cents. So yeah, this is true. And so this point is true, and that's why it's in the shaded region. Does that make sense? Yeah. Ooh, look at you anticipating what I was going to talk about next. Yeah, so Gracie's making a great point. What if instead it didn't have the or equals to sign? Because you remember, like, if we had less than or greater than, it'd be an open circle. If we had less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, it was a closed circle. You guys remember that? Oh, just say yes for the camera.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, and so now maybe I have y is greater than 2x plus 1. I'm just making that up. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing I normally do. I'm going to go to 2, or I'm going to go to my b, which is 1. Then I'm going to go up 2 over 1. Okay, I have 2 points now. I can make a line. This time, you see how this was solid? And when I graphed it, I made a solid line. Well, how do I make an open circle line? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. What do you think I should do, Jeff?
Make a dotted line.
Dotted line. You know what? You're a mathematician. Because that's exactly what mathematicians do. To signify this, we make a dotted line. Just like that. Okay? And then where is y greater? Y is greater as we go up this way. So we'd shade like this. Cassandra?
So, is that a 7?
No, it's a greater than sign. Sorry, dear. Greater than.
Oh, confusion.
There you go. Greater than. It's one of these. So we make a dashed line. We make a dashed line. You see, here, let me zoom out. Oh, not in. Out. Okay? And so that's how we signify that that whole area satisfies the inequality. Cool? Any questions? Feel like you guys can do this? Thumbs up, clear skies, thumbs sideways, partly cloudy, thumbs down, winter storm, snowpocalypse, 2015. Don't leave your car, you're going to die. Okay, cool. With that said, I'm going to let you guys do your homework, and I'm going to stop this recording.